Comrades, it's my pleasure now to call upon our next speaker. And I need to introduce you because some of you may not know him. He is a former Ethiopian diplomat who served in several countries, in Belgium, in Iran, in China, and probably other places that I cannot remember. But that's not why he is here. He's a man of great integrity who resigned his ambassadorial position because he did not agree with the government of Ethiopia and trained himself into being an academic, and he teaches at the university in Belgium. And he had to, in the course of it, learn Flemish. Now, those of you who know languages would know how difficult a task it is for an Ethiopian to learn Flemish and teach in Flemish. But he's mastered that. But above all, he's a comrade, he's a dear friend, and he is really a walking encyclopedia. Sometimes he's got so much knowledge, he's going like AK-47, telling you. I mean, you ask him some question about Darfur, then before you realize, in the next 30 seconds, he named 30 tribes who are involved in that struggle. And I said, look, calm down. I will never learn the names of these 30 tribes. Just give me something simple as to what's going on. It's my pleasure to call upon Mohammed Hassan.
Thank you very much. This is the third time I was invited here, and the second time to celebrate and to be with you this special day of October Revolution. I'm honored and I'm very happy. The first time I was a bit depressed, but for the third time, this one, the second time of October Revolution, I'm very happy. Happy for simple reason. That capitalism, imperialism is in a serious general crisis. I live in a very small country, in a small imperialist country, which is called Belgium. I do remember, and I was watching the day the Soviet Union was overthrown and the Contra-Revolution took over the Soviet Union. The news, the Chancellor of Germany, Hermann Kohl, comes with two books. One, the left hand, the book of Lenin, Imperialism, and in the right hand, Das Kapital. And then he was laughing, and he said, the day of Karl Marx and Lenin is finished. I knew he was attacking me. He tried to make me depressed, to take some medicament, or want me to go to exile in a psychiatric hospital. But I knew capitalism cannot solve that. But a lot of people believed it. It is very difficult to teach and to explain to young workers, even old workers, women and men, an imperialist country about the Soviet Union. I would like here to share with you one aspect which is not mentioned, the achievement the Soviet Union have realized after the October Revolution, particularly under the leadership of Lenin and specifically Comrade Stalin. Stalin came from a very small, minute nationality, Georgia. Is it possible for me to be a prime minister of this country?
No. I don't know, after Obama.
The Soviet Union had the huge number of different nationalities. The Tsar, Russian imperialism and colonialism have abused and colonized, killed, eliminated, destroyed a lot of colonized nationalities within the Russian Empire. But the Soviet Union could build and solve for the first time in the history of humanity the equality, the fraternity of all nationalities to live under one home with a new civilization which is called the Soviet people. Never has been achieved. We know that nationalism is a creation of bourgeoisie, and the bourgeoisie looks for a market and it fights for the market. That great home, that great civilization was betrayed. The enemy is not only the one who is outside standing with a gun. The enemy also plays a lot of ideological enemy, infiltrators. The Soviet Union, after the Bolshevik Revolution, after the October Revolution, everybody ganged up on the Soviet Union. 15 countries, including United States, invaded the Soviet Union, destroyed everything that is existed there, and killed 10 million Soviet people, which later on, even they used that killing and famine as if it is Comrade Stalin have destroyed Ukraine in 1932. Lenin says in his marvelous work, one step forward, two steps backward. This it happens to an individual. You make a life one step forward. You get drunk and you gamble, you lose your money and you divorce. You think too much, then you do two steps backward in order to come back. It happens to a nation. It does happen also to the party. The Soviets were invaded. All modern thing was destroyed by the Contra-Revolution. Lenin said, well, if there is no industry, there is no proletariat. Let us concede. And that is, Leninism is the Marxism on the era of imperialism. The tactic of Lenin, by introducing the new economic policy, the NIP. NIP was a temporary strategical withdrawal. But some crazy ones, who are not really correctly communist and Bolshevized in the party, they believed that the NIP, the new economic policy, is in fact the policy forever.